Y entonces, Christian Rey, ¿cuál es la clave para ser un buen apostador?
Debes tener un límite en tu bank, nunca sobrepasarlo.
Apuéstalo todo, apuéstalo todo.
Tienes que moderar tu tiempo de juego.
No le hagas caso, tú apuesta.
¿Y cómo haces para callar esa vocecita que te dice lo contrario?
Debes jugar en la mejor casa de apuestas.
Play Do It, comprometidos con el juego responsable.
Ese Poncho, ¿qué se siente ganar en Play Do It, carnal?
Con madre. Yo ya jugué en todos lados y me quedo con Play Do It. Play Do It. Entra a ganar.
Ese Poncho, ¿qué se siente ganar en Play Do It, carnal?
Con madre. Yo ya jugué en todos lados y me quedo con Play Do It. Play Do It. Entra a ganar.
I once dreamed of a place like this. A place waiting for me to discover it, to find myself in it. Where I can be free, where I can be me. A place where I can open myself to love, to falling in love. Where every door contains a universe of its own and an invitation to explore life, to live life. A place where possibilities become endless and inspiration is all around. Where art is shared through the senses and in all its forms. And every hand has a unique story to tell. A place in which every flavor is a journey and a chance to connect with where it all began. And through every doorway comes the possibility to experience the unexpected. A place where there's life underneath the stars. And dreams, well, dreams become life itself. I once dreamed of a place like this. With so much life, it has a heartbeat of its own. San Miguel de Allende, the heartbeat of Mexico.
Compadre, mejor lleva tu adrenalina a las alturas.
Juégale en Play Do It.
Bienvenido a la cima.
Donde juegan los mejores. Y como dice un buen amigo, apuéstale, mi rey. Play Do It. Entra a ganar.
Y entonces, Cristian Rey, ¿cuál es la clave para ser un buen apostador?
Debes tener un límite en tu bank, nunca sobrepasarlo.
Apuéstalo todo, apuéstalo todo.
Tienes que moderar tu tiempo de juego.
No le hagas caso, tú apuesta.
¿Y cómo haces para callar esa vocecita que te dice lo contrario?
Debes jugar en la mejor casa de apuestas.
Play Do It, comprometidos con el juego responsable.
Welcome back and welcome along. Back if you were with us last week, and of course, welcome along if you're just joining us for the second week here in Otomi. Welcome to the Mexico Fall Tour here in San Miguel de Allende. It is, and already has been, some brilliant show jumping competition. We've got plenty more coming your way, and as you can see, we've already got a rider in the ring ready to go. This week we have 3-star action coming up over the course of these 4 days. We've also got young horses, and all importantly as well, we have the opportunity to see some of the amateur riders as well taking their chance in this quite amazing setting, this wonderful arena, and being able to really help build their experience, gain extra knowledge. They're jumping courses this week designed by one of the world's best, Guilherme Rogue from Brazil, joined by Ben Fernandez from Mexico and Team Azteca. And this first competition is a two-phase competition, 1 to 8 and 9 to 13. Time allowed 58 and 36 seconds. Getting us underway is again another Dominguez riding Beethoven LS. Gives us a chance to have a little look around this course. Well, doing one at the moment, still clear as they come to this next fence with the water tray underneath it, just on this little bit of a turn, brings you into this line. So we've got over 7 and 8, but unfortunately it's a score of 4 there towards the end of the track. Unable to move forward and into that second phase. So that was Elena Dominguez and Beethoven LS, the first to go. As the next, just over on the far side there, just getting ready to kick things off, is Nirvana Hank Amaya riding Go de H. So 1 to 2, you get this little roll back on the corner. It's quite a long run, plenty of space. Make your mind up on the way down to 3, just keeping that balance. Right-handed turn to 4. And then again, coming all the way back round on yourself to fence number 5. Seven strides to the double, in and out. Parallel upright, 1 stride. And again down and over the final parallel. She's safe and sound and going on into the second phase. You get to the double first. This, of course, is the all-important section for the time. Then loop back on yourself once again. Definite inside turn there, and she's made that quite comfortably. A little bit on the angle over the play-do-it fence. 5 strides, and she really never quite got herself straight from jumping in over the upright. Just arrived a little bit on the angle. The last fence stays up. 13 lucky for some. 27.84 is the time on the clock, but it is a score of 4 to set the standard. So that is how it is at the moment for this class. We've at least seen one go through into the second phase, pick up an idea of all of it, and there you go. So, looking for the first of the double clears. Countdown ticking along now for this partnership of Marco Pettirillo riding Lincoln Z. Already on the 4. Not going to be getting into that second phase, sadly. Jumping a height of 1.35 meters in this class. And there's the bell with that earlier fence falling. They finish on 4 in phase 1. Marco Pettirillo and Lincoln Z. So 3 have gone. 1 has made their way through. A video, yes, so Lara now with Magano van Klutschuit. So this is, of course, the Amateur Junior High, the first of our classes here this week. And again, the bell sounds, sadly unable to break through into that second phase of this course. Ben Inigo Alfaro now, Ederio Van Het Nittenhoff. Still waiting to see if we can get another through into, well, we will, but when we get another through into that second phase of jumping around this track. Got to leave the first 8 fences up to do that, 9 jumping efforts in phase 1. Two classes to follow after this, both 3-star competitions, including a ranking class a little bit later on this afternoon. Oh dear, just all got stuck. Sadly it was, well, yeah, fence going down, just the momentum just ran out. the bell again, of course, that problem coming. The rest of the course, they jumped really well. It was just that one moment where the energy just sapped away from them on the approach to that fence on the side at number 4. So that was Benito Alfaro riding Eduardo van het Nederhof. It's going to be the turn now of Lorenza Mina. Lorenza Mina and Elvis Presley. Still looking to get someone else through, waiting for the first double clear. But good to see them. They were here, of course, last week as well, so they should be feeling very well prepared, very ready. They've ticked the first box, they've got themselves into this second phase, so Lorenza moving on down towards that Cadillac fence, that plain black rail, comes on that inside roll. Has that stayed? I heard it get knocked, I'm just not sure it will have stayed how I think it has stayed. Fingers crossed it has. In fact, no it hasn't. 26.46, it's hard to tell from that angle between the trees, but it is a fence that's gone down. 26.46 is a little bit quicker than we saw with the other 4-foot round in that second phase, but we're still having to hold before we get into the double clears. But we've got, I think, about 35, 36 coming forward in this competition, so plenty still with a chance to come. Ivana Andrada, Robinson Burrows now riding on Favour PS. German bread, chocolate bread. Into the second phase we roll. Again, that fence before the end, just drawing faults out of yet another combination. Unfortunately, it's not number 13 that's causing the problems, it's number 12 that's causing the issues. So there we have it. Where's the time? Let's just have a look at that, 31.86, so a little bit steadier than the other two. Goes into third, as you can see there with the graphic. So that was Vanagandra, and that was Confavor PS. Eduardo van het Nederhof will be next. Here we go with Benio Alfaro. Oh, not sure what happened there, but apologies for the interruption in your viewing pleasure. That though was a score of 4 for Benedigo, Alfaro and Idario Van Hettenjerihoff. So still unable to get into that second phase. Just the 3 horse rider combinations have managed it. Still no double clears, but plenty still to come forward. We're only about 25%, quarter of the way through this competition. Bless Heers joins us next. Petite Gravas van de Videkuter, Bless, who was riding in the 5-star here last week. A nice team of horses, just bringing this one in here today, pick up a little bit more mileage and experience. That's another to hear the bell. Unfortunately, another to fight a fence in the opening phase. Blessiers and Petite Gravas and Videkuter. And still we wait for that elusive double clear. Jumping nicely. It was just a shame they had that fence down. Beautiful grass arena, really world class, and gave the horses and riders a tremendous ride across this lawn last week, and I'm sure will over this week as well. Sophia Papanescu riding here with Cateros HV. Needs to get into the second phase and ideally jump a double clear, because anyone that does that right now, the first to do it, will go into the lead. Well, this is looking good. We've got through phase 1 and Sophia's moving on into the second phase. It's very tight up against the Cadillac wing as well. She's not wanting to hang around. She looks like she's clear to the last as well. The clear is all it would need, but the last goes down, 25.69. She's going to go into the lead either way, because it's the fastest of all the times, but I'm sure that final fence fell. It did. It's come through. The last fence going down, costing her that chance to be the first double clear. But at least she kept her foot down, and she is at the moment, therefore still in first place. Sydney Levy is next to join us with Wardo's Larina.
This is Sydney Levy riding the Vardos Larina, September 11 on the track. Next combination in our amateur junior ride, the 140 class.
She's kept a nice little rhythm. Unfortunately, that upright going down has cost her the 4. For the score, it is indeed in that opening phase for Sydney and Wardrow's Larina.
And the first phase for Barros Lerina.
Got a nice little jump to it. Good line for a junior. Eugenia Garcia and Cativo LS.
In this 140 competition, it is Cativo LS with the combination of Nino Garza.
So just this final line to negotiate in the opening phase. Gets over the water tray. Got a little bit deep there, but recovered that quite nicely. So Eugenia moving on into phase 2. Just needs to be careful not to dive at this second from last. Wonderful round. Really, really well done. We get our first double clear. It's not going to set the times alight in terms of the speed. But you know what, that really doesn't matter. Well done to Eugenia Garcia and Cativo LS. They now lead this competition. The amateur junior high is led by the combination we were just watching, the first to deliver a double clear. Fatima Ruiz Gonzalez next up. It's me, or it's S me. Like it's me. Now with the time on the board to challenge a clear in 28.68. Second phase, we are there again this time, Fatima Ruiz. And unfortunately, that fence goes down. It was always going to be a little bit of a tricky fence because they all want to turn. And we've seen how they're getting up close to the wing normally, turning to the right, just offsetting the balance slightly. It's a little bit wide out around that corner, just make a bit more space for them though. 28.50. Faster than the leader, but it is a score of 4. So as long round as it could have been, it's actually going to go down into 5th place because everybody on 4 is faster than the leader bar 1. So 5 riders on 4 in the 2nd phase, 1 double clear. Juan Pablo next up. Juan Pablo Peresandi Gutierrez riding Prima Donna.
Juan Pablo Peresandi for the starting number 16 in the National 140 class.
Well, they're doing everything they need to at the moment. Just need to be very careful as they come to the last. The green is still with us in terms of the clock. It should move to the top, and it has by over 2.5 seconds. A lovely little round from Juan Pablo and Prima Donna putting in a prime performance there. And Juan Pablo Sandy Gutierrez now leads this competition, the Amateur Junior High.
Final 26 seconds exactly in the 2nd phase and leading the way with that result in the early stages of this national class or national 140 competition. But the time to catch is now set on 26 seconds exactly.
Tenemos en la pista a Héctor Caro que monta flor.
Well, this is Hector Caro riding the beautifully named Flocky.
Number 18.
Coming into the final line in the 1st phase, still clear. Towards the last, it's looking like a pretty good round. It's going to get tight, a little bit down. Oh no, the last has gone down as well. Just over 2 seconds away, but it is a tremendous effort. 28.83 though with those fast fours. That'll actually go down into 8th place currently. was it 8th place or 7th place actually, sorry, my apologies, into 7th. 8 those have got through to the second phase, of which 2 have jumped it double clear. Wesley Newlands joining us now, rides internationally over the last week. So Wesley underway. Wesley Newlands here with Kylan Dean's S. 1, 2, 3 and 4 all out the way. Oh, and the last goes. At least they got into the second phase, but it is that final fence down for Wesley Newlands. They finish with a final time of 27.59. That itself would have put them into second, but the last fence will, of course, move them further down the order than that. They'll go down into around about 6th place. It's currently the system just there you have it now. Yeah, they've got into 5th place. 2 double clears.
This is number 13. Best of luck to Rebbe Inigo, Reynoso, and Gandalf. Number 13 is next to go.
Inicio Gavier, Reinicio de Teresa, riding Gandalf the Grey. Moving quite swiftly as they get into this second half. They've got quite a nice forward beat and rhythm to this canter, jumping well when they get there. Just the one final fence, it's enough of a test all on its own. But they got a lovely stride to it, and that time, 28.66, will put them into second. 3 double clears so far in this amateur junior high class, but it is into second place there for Inigo Xavier Reynoso.
Great ride from Gandalf, Inigo Reynoso, time of 28.66 seconds, and to second position in this 140 of amateur junior high class this morning, the opening of our second week here at Otomi.
Tenemos en la pista con el número 19 Pablo Escudero que monta Don Aurelio 3.
This is Donor Radio 3, our next to go in combination with Pablo Escudero Morales, number 19 in this competition. Time to beat, set by
Well, this is Pablo Escudo Morales now with Don Aurelio.
El jinete se retira.
Not their day. Make the decision to retire.
Tenemos en la pista a Alfonso Gutiérrez que monta Fernando Blue.
This is Fernando Blue as we welcome Alfonso Gutierrez. Next to go, our combination number 35 on the sorting order.
Alfonso Gutierrez Diaz next to go with Jalasa. Or Jalaz. K. Just over the halfway point in this two-phase competition, the amateur junior high. Still Juan Pablo and Prima Donna leading the way with the double clear in 26 seconds. A lot of determination down to this double. Just don't want to overcook it. Horse did a brilliant job there. Well done, Fernando. Very quick reactions. Well, they're in the second phase, even if they're on the 4. Ooh, again, just putting a little short step in, getting themselves too deep. See there, just doing a great job to recover. Have they got through? They moved on. Unfortunately, though, faults did come their way. They picked up a total of 20 in that second phase, 47.87. Well, in fact, that was Fernando Blue. Now it's Jalas K. A little bit of a chop and change. This Alfonso Gutierrez Diaz. Phase 2 awaited. Phase 2 is where we are. Leading time 26 dead. Juan Pablo and Prima Donna out in front. As one clock ticks up, the other clicks down on the difference to the leader. Gone red to say it's just over, but not by much. In fairness, it's second. It is 27-24. So Alfonso and Jonas K going into second place still, though. Juan Pablo, Pedro Sandy still leading the way. Well, this looks like Carlos. Next up, Carlos Guerrero, H5 Turbo Z. A real star in the sport here, and of course, still in his 20s. He's got a wonderful future mapped out to be able to compete at the top level. Jumped very well with his horses last week in the 5-star. Well, there's the bell. Sadly, it is no further, even if they want to go on and jump a double. Making the most of a few extra fences in the arena. Well, Carlos finishing on a score of 4 in that opening phase. Next up is Christian Lopez Radetzky, Tekken LS. Certainly going a long route round to get going again. Right, moving around this right-handed bend. Well, there's the bell to say stop where you are, no need to go on or go further. Christian Lopez Radetzky there and Tekken LS. 25 have been 24, sorry. We move to Daniel Rian Goyeresh now with dollars forever the third Z.
number 24.
It's off to a good start. Got a nice jump over the first. Just broke the canter a little bit coming back to 2. Right, 3 jumping efforts, and, well, 4 jumping efforts, 3 fences. Now it's 2 jumping efforts and 2 fences. Coming into this final line, little left-hand turn. It's not going to be the quickest, but if it's a clear, which it isn't, unfortunately. The last has gone down, and it was already turning into quite a steady round. So that actually puts them into 12th place. It's the slowest of those on a score of 4, 33.08. Leading time for this class is 26 exactly.
Tenemos en la pista con el número 25 a Luis Martín del Campo que monta Leo Avante.
Well, the next to go is Louis Roch Martin del Campo Liron, riding Leo Avant Borisov.
Recuerdos Infante 27.75 para Luis Martín del Campo, Leo Avante. Tercer lugar de la prueba hasta el momento.
And it's a clear and it's a good time as well. 27.75 seconds for this combination. Leo Bonobo and Luis Roque Martín del Campo.
Tenemos en la pista Sidney Levy montando Hero.
This is Hero, this is Sidney Levy, number 29, to the Patrimonio 29. This 140 class led by the time of 26 seconds exactly, led by Pro Pablo Perez Sandy and Primavera.
Sydney Levy here in Hero. So there we have a Hero with a clear and a time at 26:20. Goes into second place for Sydney. Should be delighted with the way that's gone. Still Juan Pablo leading Prima Donna. From Prima Donna, from Hero, Prima Donna's still leading, to Libido Van Hofkin and Sophia Poskescu. Second ride of the class for her. Jumped in nicely and jumped into the lead. Well done, Sophia. Had the experience of the earlier round and then has come in and put that to good use in this round. Sophia Popescu and Libido Van Hopkin. They're tied 25.85, just a tenth or 2 seconds quicker than Juan Pablo, who now drops into second, and Cindy Levy in third. Over 3/4 of the way through. Well, here we go with Lord of London. Nice name for a horse. Regina Nevada Dominguez in the saddle. Still trying to chase what is now leading time at 25.85. We've nicely out of the double. Lord of London moving up into this final line on a score of 4 at the minute. The bell sounds now.
Cuatro faltas en 53.35 en la primera fase de Regina Nava y Lord of Love.
So that fence stopping them going any further. That was Regina Nevada Dominguez with the Lord of London. Next to go will be Ignacio Xavier Reynoso des Terras. So, Denise and Santa Rosa Bamba now. Denise Pedraza. And they come to the first. Back on herself off that looping rollback turn. Santa Rosa, who at the moment is still clear. Over to the left on the way into the double. What can they do in the second phase? Time to beat 25.85.
Recorridos faltan 27.71 para Denis Pedraza y Santa Rosa.
Well, the final round there for Santa Rosa, finishing things off to go into the top five for the moment. So well done there to Santa Rosa Bamba. That was Denise still leading, Sofia Popescu ahead of Juan Pablo Prasandi and Sydney Levy. Motivio Alice Lasila, Pablo Esquido Morales.
Faltas en 30.84 para Pablo Escudero y Motivo LS.
8 faults in the second phase, and as a result of Pablo Escudero and Motivo de Sedacia, 8 faults, and time-wise 30
Well, he picked up 8 in the second phase. Pablo Esquido, Morales there, and Motivio, which means the next is going to be Hector Cairo coming back. First of what I think is 6, perhaps to John, maybe just the 5. I don't think he measures the 5.
national class to get us on the way for the second week here at the Automio Show 2024.
there's the bell again. We're struggling to get into that second phase. Jumping time combining for 19 there for Hector Curra and Icarus VDL.
En su primera fase para Héctor Caro e Icarus Bell.
Randall Vicaros PDL and Hector Caro total 19 in the first phase, 72.2 seconds, 19 as cycles are included.
Tenemos en la pista a Benigno Alfaro que monta Fursina Vidia.
Number 33, as we almost come to the end of this 140 national class, this round of Benigno Alfaro, Fursina VDM.
Cuatro faltas en 53-11 en la primera fase de Benigno Alfaro y Fursina Vidia.
For falls and the first phase, there are one fence down in the early stages of the track for Fursina VDM and Benigno Alfaro for falls and 53.11 seconds.
Tenemos en la pista a Íñigo Reynoso que monta Isildur.
This is Inigo Xavier Isildur.
Well, we look to Xavier, Inicio Xavier Arrheniuso and Isbla, the first of the four left in the draw, still led by Sofia Popescu, and then it's Pablo ahead of Sydney Levy, the 1, 2, 3. Well, this off and running, coming down to the double. But the double is gone. Unexpected, but it is on 4. And there goes the bell, so we say farewell to Ignacio Xavier Ernesto de Terras.
54 en la primera fase para Íñigo Reynoso e Isildur.
4 in the first phase for Isildur for this for a time of 53.5 for seconds here in our 140 national competition.
Tenemos en la pista a Karime Pérez que monta Gaufret de Roche.
This is Karime
Talking going on. I think we're just about ready to get them underway. Karine Perez Nunez riding Gaufret des Roches.
It's four faults for and the second is for Karine Perez Nunez and Dufete Roche for faults of time of 27:02 on the clock.
Tenemos en la pista nuestra última participante, Ivana Gándara, con montañera chica pies.
Our very last combination is Ivana Gandara riding Diara Chica PS. That's another great offspring led by Ecuestre Levitz. The time to beat of 25.85. Last to go in our 140 national class during week 2 here at Automi.
Cuatro faltas en obstáculo, 7 por exceso de tiempo, le da un total de 11 faltas, 64.96. La primera fase de Ivana Gándara y Diara chica pies.
Total of 11 time faults are included for the round of Diara Chica PS, Ivana Gandara, total of 11, and a time of 64.96 in the first phase. That's it for our 140 national class. That's it for the two-phase amateur junior high competition, our openings class of the second week here in San Miguel de Allende.
El resultado de esta prueba, amateur y junior high, es el siguiente. En primer lugar, para Sofía Popescu, que montó el límite Badhocker con 0 faltas en 25.85. Segundo lugar, para Juan Pablo Presandi, que montó Primadonna, 0 faltas en 26.20. Tercer lugar, para Cindy Levy, que montó Hero, 0 faltas en 26.20. Cuarto lugar, para Alfonso Gutiérrez Díaz, que montó Alaska, 0 faltas en 27.24. Quinto lugar, para Denis Pedraza y Santa Rosa Bamba, 0 faltas en 27.71. Vamos a pedir por favor a estos 5 niños presentarse en la pista para la premiación. Sexto lugar, para Luis Martín del Campo, que montó Leo Panther, 0 faltas en 27.75. Séptimo lugar, para Íñigo Reynoso y Gandalf, 0 faltas en 28.66. Octavo lugar, para Eugenia García y Cautivo LS, 0 faltas en 26.68. Noveno lugar, para Sofía Popescu, nuevamente en esta ocasión con Carlos Zubiri, 4 faltas en 25.69. Y décimo lugar, para Lorenzo Mena y Elvis Presley, 4 faltas en 26.46. Del quinto al décimo lugar pueden pasar del sexto al décimo lugar pueden pasar al banco por su. Vamos a pedir por favor a los representantes de Play Do It nos acompañen en la premiación.
Presentation of awards heading in now. Sofia Popescu leading the line with Libibo ahead of Juan Pablo and Sydney.
Vamos a iniciar con la premiación de esta prueba Amateur Junior High. El primer lugar es para Sofía Gómez junto con Libido.
Pleasantly surprised with how good the class was. Alright, bringing them over for the line-up next. Look, here's that wonderful little bowl of carrots. What a lovely shot that is. Here at Otomi, the winner then of the opening amateur junior high class. It's gone the way of Sofia Popescu and Libero van Hofkin. Juan Pablo, Peresandi, Gutierrez, Primadonna takes second. Sydney and hero Sydney Levy there. Sydney Levy has taken the third place finish. And Alfonso Gutierrez Diaz comes home in fourth place.
Felicitamos a los ganadores. Le vamos a pedir a Sofía Popescu con Libido Van Hofkin que encabezara la vuelta de la victoria. Agradecemos a las señoritas representantes de Play Tweet, así como al comité de premiación, al habernos hecho el honor de premiar la prueba. Felicidades, gigantes.
Lap of honour time, take it away. The winner of the class is off and running. After another great performance, congratulations there to Sofia and Libero van Hofkin. Well, we've got two more classes to come today, and they are going to take us to the 3-star jumping. 5-star was last week. And looking forward to that. Looking back, looking forward, we'll be ready for the next class.
We have a new leader.